bars is casting.
Oh, hell no, I ain't going in there.
Well,
Okay, so everybody in this room here, roll your perception check.
who wants to fail today?
So time is paused here for Nadoro.
Not as that.
So Azel definitely made his.
GM, bless. Or not bless, but there.
Oh god, my elf eyes! Or my half elf eye. Half elf eye.
I'd say Borobar sees it as well. Maybe not quite to the same second that the very perceptive Azel sees it, but he definitely sees it. On these doors that you guys have swung open, there are glyphs there. If you remember, there are also glyphs here in the floor, like right as you enter the room. And then there were glyphs on this, kind of like a giant's table or something. And then there's pillars. There's 6 pillars all around it that are holding it up. And those have glyphs kind of a little bit stranger looking. I don't know. You could tell that they're a little different than all the other stuff. But the ones right on these doors here, if anybody, now I think you guys cast or was able to use a scroll or something to understand languages or something at some point. I don't know if that's still active.
Borobar casts tongues. I don't think that includes reading.
Okay.
Yeah, that is not reading. But Borobar does have comprehend languages.
There you go.
It's up to Borbar if he wants to use that spell slot.
Use a spell slot. Boy, I got ritual casting, so wait 11 minutes while I cast this.
What if we don't want to
Nadoro's
wait
standing
11
in the middle of the
minutes?
room, tapping her foot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's ahead of the game there, Borbar. 11 minutes means you're going to be back here by yourself in the errands or whatever crawls out of them.
10
Well,
minutes
I'll
later,
make
he gets
sure
a
to let
cast.
you know.
He gets a cast. He looks up from his consultation, and everybody's dead, laying around him.
I leave you guys alone for 1 minute!
11 minutes.
No, I didn't even get to finish casting it, you dead body! Anyways, yeah, he'll start casting this. Alright, I think I can read these glyphs on the door and all that, but it's gonna take me a few minutes here. So, yeah. Best get comfy, because I'm not touching anything in that room at all, ever.
Well, on a side note, nothing happens while you're
Standing
concentrating
here.
on that and standing there. And
The
Nadora was
thing-
able to rush into the room there, and nothing jumped out at her or anything like that.
You're casting
hell.
comprehend languages?
Borbar is casting.
Oh, hell no, I ain't going in there.
Well, we need to know if it's dangerous. So, let's do
All
the...
I know is it's a closed room with a creepy axe in the back, and I'm not going in.
Listen,
And
you
a
don't have to go
giant
in.
pillar thing.
Nadoro looks over.
Quiet casting. Borbar casting. I don't know if it has a verbal one.
It does.
So you're not talking to us. But I have an idea. It's not a smart idea. It's not a Borbar approved idea. It probably never will. Just gonna unfurl the whip.
No.
What are you doing?
What?
No, 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 no.
What?
Tell us your plan before you initiate.
No.
I want to know what she's saying no about.
He's
What do you think I'm
going to
gonna
try
do?
and get the axe with the whip.
No, I wasn't gonna try to get the
Okay.
axe. What the fuck's wrong with you? It has a
I
hand
don't
coming out of
know.
it.
Thank you.
No, I was just gonna do this, and Azel's just gonna like motion the whip and hit one of the glyphs.
God damn it.
With me in it. Thank you.
Oh, he's aiming for one of the door ones.
So you get your comprehend languages cast.
Alright. I'm gonna put myself with a pink bubble on.
We're all just sitting there arguing with the Zell not to do it, not to do it. And it just takes.
Oh yeah,
Bulbar's like, that really
yeah.
got bit of magic.
Bulbar looks up and Zell like just like flicks the whip to the door.
As you start sounding out the words, you notice that this language sounds something like what the troglodyte creatures outside were speaking. If you remember, they were speaking in some strange language.
That's right.
See, the door didn't do anything to my whip. Doesn't do anything to his hand.
This language is like Aster was speaking about these creatures. That it's written in Omen.
Mm.
That's like the the local language, I guess you'd call it.
Local around here, indeed. Bulbar will call fish people language, because I'm not sure he understands it as Omen.
They translate as the following. Here lies no, this is just torture with some of these.
Type
You
that
want
out.
to spell it out for him?
He doesn't
Because
say,
Bulbar...
"Good luck
We already
with
had
that."
Zatzalaha, which took me a while to remember. But here
Zatzalaha is not a difficult name.
it says, "Here lies Tlaquez Papalakis, master of the others, who is like the wind in the night."
And where was this written on? Was it like the
You.
door?
The door,
Or
yeah.
it's-
There were glyphs on the
Underdark
door.
Alright, so it looks like this is a resting place, tomb of some sort of individual's name I couldn't pronounce, don't want to pronounce, but
Tlaquez Papalakis.
what?
Tlaquez Papalakis.
Can you spell it?
Wackless Papalakis.
Sure, I'll spell it.
It's Mr. Popolo.
Anyways, despite saying what this really sounds like, this is a burial tomb of this individual, so we should be very, very careful. I don't need like some sort of massive undead popping out of that thing and going woogie woogie woo, give me your face and brains.
Yeah, there's more than likely something in there very ready to pop out.
For the last 10 minutes, Bulbar's probably just looked at Azale, like flicking his whip onto the door up and down on the ruin.
Nadora,
Would you stop that?
while you were in the room, and you heard him saying that he was going to cast that, you see around the room, you see this giant-looking table there with all these glyphs and things all over it, and you just gotta wait patiently while he's doing that. Nothing really happens or anything.
Alright, so where else did you say there were glyphs
Yeah,
on?
I'll read the room description once more since it was last week.
Doors,
Behind the doors is a chamber.
floor, table.
Yeah, is a chamber cut out of the rock with a veil of calcite and stalagmites, stalactites, covering the walls. Buttresses rise from the corners. Brown shot through the black triangular stone pillars support the high ceiling. That's what these are. And I believe the ceiling was 40 foot high, if I remember correctly. Occupying the center of the chamber is a colossal monument resembling a giant's table, covered on all sides with intricate carvings and glyphs. Engraved on the floor in front of the entrance, kind of between Miss Steve and the door there now. There are more glyphs.
Where are the glyphs?
Let's see. Occupying the center of the chamber is a colossal monument resembling a giant's table, covered on all sides with intricate carvings and glyphs. Engraved on the floor in front of the entrance is a seal that displays more glyphs. Opposite the entrance, a battle axe is embedded into the wall 6 feet above the floor.
Alright. Bulbar's gonna go to the entrance where I believe Miss Steve currently was.
Yeah, I'm back. Steve's backing up.
See ya. I believe if this is where the writing is, he's gonna try to translate that when he's kind of hands on the surface. Not particularly on the glyphs, because I only need to run it on the surface the glyphs are on, but... touching the floor, see if you can read what these glyphs say.
He spell it?
Where are the glyphs?
Can you spell it?
Where are the glyphs?
Can you spell it?
Where are the glyphs?
While he's doing that, I see that he's kind of hurt. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
Oops, hold on. There we go. Oh, sorry, that was whispered. 9 hit points to you.
Oh, thank you. Those little marionette bastards stabbed me something good.
Okay. The glyphs on the floor that you just read are also written in the same Omen language. And they translate as, defilers. Now you shall join me in my eternal resting.
Yeah, nope, let's go.
Now, if you recall, you guys basically disarmed the trap that when you opened the door, the globe would have fallen on the floor and busted in this smoke filling the room and surrounding areas. But that was disabled.
Right. This seems to be like some sort of, gotcha sort of message. But I think when Steve opened that door, it kind of disarmed it. So whatever that gas of sound was, possibly melted our faces off. Well, it didn't do it this time. Alright, so he said there's writing on this table. Was it below it or on top of it?
There are 6 stone pillars, one at each corner, and then one about midway down on each side, that they have writing on them. And then on top of the slab are more glyphs.
Zell couldn't take it. He's gone. Alright, as Borbar is going to alright, well Nora, can you move your lights a little better so I can read what's on these pillars? Table legs, whatever the hell this is. Alright, so he's gonna begin just grabbing one of the legs and see what it's written on that leg. So I guess the one directly in front of him
Written
here.
on the leg?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. There are actually 11 of those blocks at the bottom,
Oh.
and
Nice.
they're oriented around here, basically like the numbers on a watch or a clock or something.
So these pillars right here I'm pinging are the ones with the glyphs on them?
No, they're actually around
Okay,
here.
so they're all around there. Okay. So
There's 10 of these, and there are
Okay.
11 of these.
So
A
11 of
clever
these.
ruse to throw you off. Those
Yeah, I
are
was gonna
the
say.
those are the pillars that go up and support the ceiling.
Okay.
Ceiling.
So what does it say on particularly maybe this leg?
Okay. That one it says number. It has a number 0 on it.
Guess he'll do wherever the next one is, to his the west. Here, I guess, somewhere in that direction.
Hey, just a tip of advice. If you tilt your head to the side, north is north and south is south.
Oh yeah, it's very much so. I had to.
It makes things easier.
Rotate that.
Oh, I have a
Rotate
little
that for a
Me,
second.
I'm laying down.
Yeah, good for you, Nick. Not all of us can lay down.
Hey, good for you for having a desk and a comfortable chair. I wish I had those.
It's very comfortable. I hope you suffer.
I am suffering when I sit back on the wall. Was no.
So the next
back
one
support.
towards let's see, that would be to the west. Would be
Yes, the
the
west.
number 10.
I don't like that these are numbered.
I guess. I guess another the next one still going west, but also
Basically, all of those pillars, it starts with 0 and it goes up to number 10. They're just each numbers.
Okay, so which way does it go? 10? Like, is it like down here is 9, and then maybe like 8 or something?
Yeah,
Or is it go-
exactly.
Okay, so that way. Gotcha. So clockwise, am I? Gotcha. From what I'm seeing here, it seems like all these pillars are numbered. Up here is 0 particularly. This one is 10, and then 9 in this direction, and I'm guessing it's going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The only way I think that's going to answer what that means is, well, getting on top of that table and seeing what the words up there are, the glyphs.
Oof.
Do we want to? We are a party here. I'm not going to be making decisions based on that. That's a gamble if, this place collapses on us.
Less
I'll
of a
be
we
honest,
and more
right
of
now,
a
I have no desire to see what this thing says.
less of a we and more of a you, Borbar. We can't. The rest of us can't put our hands to things, understand what they read.
But you guys have legs, and you can simply just leave. If I remember correctly, Miss Steve right over there is glowing like the freaking torches we usually carry, and she can also talk to those fish people out there for the next, 40 minutes maybe.
The many talents of
Why
Miss
do
Steve
people-
/ Raven.
Why is Miss Steve the one able to communicate with them? Again?
She is the one that actually is able to get people to like her, despite all odds.
Looking at Miss Steve as she says that.
Do you guys recall at some point somebody ate something in a room and was able? No, never mind. That was something else. I won't bring that up. Never mind.
I think that's the other group.
Might have been the other.
You're right. You're right. You're right. No.
We don't
That's
eat
something
anything in
coming
a
up.
room.
Come on, Doc, don't give it away. Me and Catherine haven't given things away yet. Oh, Catherine gets characters killed.
There's only been 3 rooms. Or
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm blaming Lars's death on you, Catherine.
How is that my fault? I just think Doc wanted him dead.
Or maybe
I
Lars
did
wanted
very
to
much,
die.
but I do not cheat when it happens. I cheered when he died, but yeah, I was like, "Phew, boy, glad that's over.
The woes of a GM.
The woes of the DM, the woes of Dark Vision.
Alright, well, so yeah. What does everyone want? Do we want to figure out what this even does? We don't have to do it, but,
So this is a tomb? Sure, this is a stall table?
Seems
And-
like.
I mean,
Let's
poking
copy
around
it.
somebody's house is considered rude. I don't think,
Also, the
person
ground
versus
breaking open
the-
beneath our feet and dumping us in the house is also pretty rude.
He's right, no.
How
Good
rude.
point. You have a point.
She's gonna look to the
Regardless.
ceiling and yell, "Where are you, Zotlaha?"
In any
Don't think
case,
he would appreciate us poking around in his house.
well, maybe
Despite
his,
that's it. Then yes, I don't want to be poking around with it any more than we have to.
Then
Don't
let's
stare
not.
at me. What do you guys want to do?
I want to get out of this poisonous air.
So
Let's
not
do that.
screwing around with the table. All right then. And I already know Nora doesn't want to.
I'm out.
All right. Come on, Miss Steve, let's go. We're not screwing this
You're
around with this
more
table.
than welcome.
Is that torch just like your dancing lights?
Yeah.
Was Borbar going to look at the glyphs and things on top of this table? I don't know how long your comprehend languages last, but
Lasts an hour. And no,
before
he's
you
not
go,
going to.
you could just you could look at those and see what it says.
Well, he'd have to get on top of the table, wouldn't he?
Can he see on top of the table?
Yeah.
I mean,
Is
I
it
guess-
like a height thing, or is
Now
it...
he can. Steve stands on top of it.
All
There you
right.
go.
I guess if she's,
And Steve jumps up there and does a jig up on top. What are you guys afraid of?
I'm
Okay,
observing.
well, I guess that solves that problem. As he puts his hand on the not.
I'm
clip
not
part
going
of the
back
table.
inside.
I'm
You guys don't know
observing.
this is happening. Or I just sees Steve run over and jump on the table. He's gonna read the glyphs, I guess, on top of the table.
Okay. It is, it's 20 feet long and 10 feet wide. And it's a 4-foot thick monolith that it's resting on. The top of this slab, it kind of has, I guess, a picture. It depicts a struggle between a dark-skinned man and a mighty knotted serpent. And the glyphs identical to those found on the door. And under those are etched a series of 4 face glyphs in a line.
So it's like a clock.
So yeah, does the faces depict anything specific? Maybe some are in different facial positions.
Let's see here. Where's it at? And on top of the slab, those glyphs, they give his name, Tlaquez Papalakis, and the date that he died is written in the face glyphs. The different faces represent different numbers, but you're able to determine that's what they mean. And they read 54-3-9.
I think what you're on top of right now is probably a coffin. Sarcophagus, maybe. Suspended to look like a table, or what we'd assume is a table is actually just a fancy coffin. It says here that he died in 53.
It's a very attractive name.
39. Borbar probably knows what that means, but
It
not
is.
not Chris. So yeah.
So do these symbols
It's a vampire in there.
match the other symbols?
They are of the same omen writing. The one symbols do say that are up here say the same thing that was written on the door. You know, here lies Tlaquez Papalakis. Who is like the wind and the night. Master of others, who is like the wind and the night.
Steve wants to take I want to take a closer look at that axe.
Okay.
You sure that's wise? That thing had a shadow of a hand when we saw the light flickering against it.
Steve is gonna look at you and say, "What are you talking about?" With her 9 wisdom.
An embedded axe in the wall in a tomb of some, like, commander. Sounds like a commander of people. Possibly maybe a general of sorts. You want to go touching some random spooky axe in there that I saw casting a I think if we minimize our risk. That's what I want to do.
Maybe this is door out.
The sarcophagus suspended off the floor.
It's suspended?
We were told it was a table from when we entered, and then
Yeah.
It's
like
on,
legs of
it looks like a giant's table because of its size and everything. It's kind of just up off the ground on this like monolith looking thing, and then it's suspended by these like stone blocks between the monolith and the table.
Oh,
looking
okay.
table.
So it's not on the floor. Alright, never mind.
You could pull up a chair, you know, have dinner.
Are you hungry? We have dinner. In
No.
Gassy Tomb.
Do I what?
In Gassy Tomb, we eat dinner.
I would rather minimize the food we need to eat in this place. I don't feel safe being in here. In fact, this whole place gives me the heebie-jeebies. I think we should just catch up with the others. I think our lives is a little bit more important than, whatever this tomb may hold.
I was going to read the description of the axe for Miss Steve, since he did go up there, though.
Okay.
It has a blade of bronze, and the haft is wound with snakeskin wrappings. I don't think anybody had detect magic on.
Sounds magical.
Yeah, snakeskin, it must be.
How close did you get to it when you went up there?
I went right up to it and looked at it. I didn't touch it. I just looked at it.
Were you within reach of it?
Yeah, I was within reach of it.
You, as you got within reach of it, you felt a cold chill run up your spine.
Okay. I'll pass that information along.
Roll perception while you're at it. You noticed that when you were looking closely at the wrappings around the handle, you saw some parchment kind of tucked into the wrappings.
Oh.
Several of them, actually.
Catherine's got the right idea. But at the same time, risk reward.
Whatever Miss Steve wants to do, Miss Steve can do. That's all there comes down to it. What would she do seeing a hand axe with paper sticking out of its handle?
I think with the cold chill, she would probably back off and say that to the rest of the party. When they got closer, felt draft, nipples harden. Have you guys seen Glow? This is out of character here.
Can't say it rings a bell.
Not that I know of. I've seen someone when they were glowing.
No, the show on Netflix, the female wrestler, Alison Brie, she makes this Russian character, so that's kind of what I'm channeling here.
Oh,
I felt, yeah. I see papers look like parchment wrapped around the handle, but I get closer, feel cold. And that's what I tell him.
Azil just Borbar. Sure, the parch. She's gonna look at him. I'm gonna say it.
You're far, and I don't know. You're like cutting in and out when you talk.
Yeah, I think you're mumbling a bit.
Mumble? Okay. He's gonna look at Borbar and he's like, not gonna say anything as the mention of parchment's on top of a the heft? Shaft?
What are you insinuating something?
Azil didn't say anything. He just looked at you.
Oh, okay.
So technically, yes, he is insinuating something.
There was a paper wrapped around the handle of the axe.
Yeah, it's usually what they use, to get a good grip on weapons.
They do not put paper on axes.
I'm gonna show the leather on my bow and say, leather wrappings on my bow for a grip. Not paper, that's torn easily.
Yeah, well, what can you do when you're down here in this friggin' death trap?
Make sure Steve doesn't wander off like she is now.
Wrong way, Miss Steve.
What was down this way?
Dead end.
A giant. It was like stairs going
The
up to a
stairs
cave-in
that-
area.
Stairs went up
Stairs
that
leading
were
up to rubble.
rubble had fallen in on the stairs.
Oh god! Dark.
Does someone else want to lead? And I'll cast light on them instead.
I mean, I can lead. I think me or... Well, I don't know if Nora is the highest CC.
I
She
should not be
definitely does.
leading. I should definitely not be leading. So
I'll lead. I have my own light.
Yeah, I can light my torch up. If that helps.
Oh yeah, stay around the edges of the room there, Zell.
Yeah.
Why is that?
The crab and the crayfish are in the center, and we don't want to approach them. We're on good terms with them, but we don't want to, make them mad.
Hey, do you notice that the, or is it on my later?
Crab
You notice that the
people.
crab actually looks like a giant crab now?
Whoa, we leaving? Where's Whoa! Stop going so fast, guys. Leaving some of us in the dark.
How about this? Zell's just gonna get a torch out and light it, because so many people. We need more light sources than this.
We also
Ooh,
don't know
no,
if this gas
just
is flammable.
We're about to find out, aren't we?
Shit. Open the door. Open the door.
Okay, so wait, somebody was casting light, so tell me who that was.
well, I was casting on somebody. I guess probably a Zell.
Well, Inara said that she had her own. I didn't know if she
Yeah,
was
I
what's
do.
casted.
No, I have my floating light thing here.
Okay.
I mean, Anara could still be used if we get into combat and she needs to concentrate on something else, because dancing lights requires concentration.
I'll cast. Well, who's gonna lead? The Zell? Who's got the highest AC?
I'd say either a Zell or Nara. As Anara has the highest AC right now,
Arguably.
Which is, I don't
18.
know. 18, yeah.
You have 18 and Zell is 17.
I have an
Now, if
18.
Zell wants to break up the shield, then go.
I do have a higher dex than ours.
So
That's
you're
the-
taking the light off of Miss Steve?
Yeah, off of my quarterstaff. I guess. I mean, unless you can have multiple
No, we can't.
light sources
No.
from light. Okay.
Unless you want to twin spell it.
No, it's not worth it.
Yeah, definitely not worth it, yeah.
Putting it on his own.
Yeah, and then I guess take it off me.
What did he put it on his Zell exactly? Did he just put like? That's the question.
Are you wearing a hat?
No.
Steve and her hats.
You should be emitting light now, Zell. Was anybody lighting torches?
Well, what should I light up though on you?
I have my shield. I have a bow that's strapped to my back. I have a whip. I have a rapier. I have 4 daggers, 2 short swords.
Shield.
I'm sure
Shield
you
or armor, I'd
I
say.
was gonna say.
I cast it on a shield.
So,
So once again, Zell has the light spell cast on his shield, but was anybody cast lighting a torch?
Oh no.
It was a Zell that was about to light a torch.
Yeah, and then Boromir started freaking out when I started to get the flint and steel out. Like,
we don't know if this entire room or rooms can go up in flame.
Because
guess
if
I
you
should
see
check
where
the
this
door
is
for
dark,
traps
they
first.
can't see that yet. There's a door here.
somebody should
Okay.
check door straps.
Somebody should check the door for traps.
Yeah, Doc, you said you
Would
got
that be perception or investigation? Because if
arguable.
it's investigation, the door should not do it.
If it's
Yeah,
investigation.
you're
Borobar
investigating
should do
something specific, so yeah, roll investigation.
it. Borobar.
What?
Door.
And if somebody's proficient in it, they can assist you and give you advantage.
Oh, it's
Which
really
only
nice.
Boromir is. So,
It's a really nice door. What about it?
Traps.
Oh, right. Those things exist down here. Set. Yep. Okay. Investigation for traps.
You actually investigate pretty thoroughly. Check around the edges of it, above it, below it. Kind of listen around at the door, tap on it, see if it sounds like a regular door, And you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
It looks pretty clean to me. It's a door. Pretty unimpressive door, but a door nonetheless.
Arson, heave ho!
Out of
And
character.
Azelle opens the door.
Out of character. Nara, move up your torch up to the crab token. I think Doc said he got a new one. Let's see what it is.
You can't see it?
I see a
No,
little
your
bit.
torch is over here. Grab it
Yeah.
over there.
Oh, now we're getting into some crustacean battling.
Now
Instead of words, it's a real thing.
See, everything's fine, guys.
see, he actually has a name. I
Right.
just put another token on top. Oh wait, no.
Stairs.
Oh, yeah. See, it just has a name on that one. I just put a token of a giant crab on top of it.
Now, is everybody else see Azelle lit up by the light spell?
Nope.
Yeah.
Azelle does.
I don't see it.
Let me reload
So
my page.
It's Doc has to collect on Zelle's token. Everyone sees light.
I see it.
Oh, I don't see it.
Should
guess I'll
probably check the hallway for traps too.
I mean, his
Uh,
token's not glowing; it's just emitting light. So I don't know what you. It would just be the
Oh.
same as Miss Steve was showing.
well, that was the
light.
thing. I couldn't see it like Miss Steve's, so I'm just gonna reload the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, when I say reload, I mean exit
It-
out of the game and then reload back in.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you
Anywho.
drop another token on there, I have to reset because suddenly you're going to see everything around you.
Yeah, no
Any-
reset. I just needed to reset the game.
Anywho, I guess Azelle will check for traps. Benara's being warrior work.
I'll
Going down the
assist.
hallway.
I'll assist despite Barbar not probably being beside you.
Can't assist because I don't have investigation.
I thought this was perception.
Depends on what Doc says.
It would be perception. You're not investigating anything in particular.
Alright.
Like if you're examining a door for traps, then you're investigating. But if you're looking at a hallway for just traps in general, you're just using your perception.
Cool.
That's the way I do it.
It works for me. That's what I usually did too.
Now Borbor can assist Azelle.
And he will. Just pretend I'm beside you, assisting you, because I'm reloading the game.
I imagine you're just yelling at Azelle from the distance.
Thank God you were too,
Wow.
Let me see. I had to
Wow.
reload the game.
because he rolled two
Right,
numbers.
hold
He
up.
rolled a natural 1 and a nat 20.
Yeah, I know.
You're welcome.
But that one was first.
What can I say except you're welcome?
So you notice this hallway going to the west. It's about 10 foot wide, and it's just a straight carved out hallway. I'm not sure how far you can see. Let's see.
Westward bound.
Yeah, you could tell that there are stairs going down at the end of it.
Something tells me we're gonna have to go down before we can go up.
Something tells me Azelle's going to the stairs. Let's go. Oh, there's a door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before
Check
you,
this
Azelle
door.
stands like a 10 foot tall, 5 foot wide bronze door.
Alright, Miss Steve, may I have your guidance, please?
She casts guidance.
I'm gonna bring up my character sheet here again. It open you.
Is the door coming in the hallway or what?
Sorry, he's taking forever to load.
His eyes glass over.
Why is it taking forever to load?
It's because of my computer.
Is it just because you moved?
There you go. He's moving now.
Alright, investigation the door to see if it's trapped in any way.
You kind of know where every chisel mark on the door is. You examine the shit out of it. You examined it so damn well you could probably build a replica.
I know what's going into my home in the man cave.
Okay.
But you notice it looks like a regular old door. It doesn't even appear to be locked. Nothing extravagant that you notice about the door. You've seen better doors. You're like, eh.
Who makes doors out of bronze?
Doors.
Yeah, well, I can't really argue with that, but they're not here right now, and the doors, when I looked it over, it looked perfectly fine. Hell, it could even be unlocked from what I looked at it.
Anywho, good.
Sounds like.
Do you
Cool.
know to open it?
No. Open sesame, like this, and Azelle pushes the door open.
Actually, the door opens towards you, and yeah, maybe goes. But you notice like there's like mud and gunk, kind of like there was in the room at the top of the stairs there, where the guy's up there. Let's see.
Holy go!
The room was wet, and the walls are covered with a slimy white buildup. There's about 1.5 inches of water and mud blanketing the floor. Many overturned pedestals and pieces of broken statuary lie on the floor, partially buried in the mud. Opposite the entrance of the door is another door. Only one pedestal remains standing in the northwest corner, which, if you tilt your head just correctly, you can see that obviously northwest is over here, right?
Okay.
Northwest.
On
Yep.
it sits a small metallic three-sided pyramid. Overhead, in the shadow-draped ceiling, are inlaid colored tiles depicting a starry sky and forming a strange pattern in the areas above the pedestals.
Something tells me we've been fighting a mud monster. Or something that lives in mud. Boldly go! No half elf has gone before. Steps in the room.
Does he always do this?
What? Run off into mud-filled rooms?
No, run into danger with reckless abandon.
Yes.
You're
Yes,
one to
sir.
talk! As they yell, go back to the door.
Oh, I just realized what's going
Yeah.
on here. I have sight on Azelle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's like, I'm like, why can I all of a sudden see the corners, the back corners of this room when I haven't moved?
Hold on.
Yeah, shit.
Don't move his elf for a second.
Azelle the Almighty? Is Fireball ready, Borbar?
What now?
It's just
There
mud.
we go.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's just mud, guys.
You could start moving. You could have started moving his Zill around or something.
Yeah,
I
he's
can
right. We
always
do
do
gotta
it.
get going. It's the only way out, possibly. Or maybe it reveals another giant's table that doubles as a burial tomb.
I really hope not. I don't. No offense. I'm sick of Tomb. The Dwarven Fortress and that citadel on the ground was enough.
I've been sick of this place the moment I tumbled into it.
True.
We got some
You
light up
want-
here. Let's check out all the corners of the room.
Just
Doesn't
a
seem to
mud
actually be anything to see.
There's that pyramid on top of that pedestal over there. I don't want to touch it.
I don't
We-
want to touch it.
We should probably leave it be. Lest this mud come alive and swallow us.
Just
I did
have
not
like
think about that.
zero desire to touch anything.
Yeah. When we get hit by 3 traps already, it's like, I don't got the life to care about treasure right now.
Well then I suggest we check the store then.
Maybe if we get to a point where we can actually, stop and take long rests and shit, maybe then I'll have a slight curiosity. But until then, we're sort of like limited here. And I would just rather not.
As Dell and all of his capabilities is able to take a long rest with good berry function. I can out heal this poison probably.
After everyone looks away, I am going to mage hand that thing off the pedestal.
God
Make it-
damn it, Miss Steve.
Fun fact, the pedestal's in this corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I
Everyone's
think his
looking
mage
at
hand
it.
has reach to it. If he.
it does.
We can
Now-
also see it.
Now, would he have to roll a stealth check to get by us? Maybe.
I mean, I think you can cast Mage Hand like 30 feet from you, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would just poof. It would
Technically.
be there, and there's not much stealth. He would need to do that.
technically.
Well, you saw
Not
the drifted by us, and I think does it have a somatic component?
No, it doesn't drift by you.
Verbal,
It just
or-
appears 30 feet
Verbal
away,
and somatic.
or up to 30 feet away.
Yeah, we're gonna hear you speak the words from Mage Hand.
Yeah, it does have a verbal. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
always make a stealth check.
So he says mage hand in whatever language, and boom, it's there. I don't think you got much time to react to that.
Well, I mean, he could definitely grab it. I'd just say, would anyone maybe have noticed if he wants to be stealthy about it?
Are you trying to be stealthy, Miss Steve?
Not really. I mean,
You said you waited till people
Yeah,
started
yeah.
moving away from it, right?
yeah. So I guess I am.
All right, roll stealth.
Oh, wrong roll. Oops.
Good thing you don't need to roll that.
Yeah, I don't want that -1.
All right. I'll say, let's see. I guess everybody can roll with perception.
I'll opt to take my passive because Morvar's not going to be watching Miss Steve 24/7. He trusts that she wants to live enough not to touch dangerous objects.
Yeah,
As with
I'll
the
go
Bell, he's
I'll go with
focusing
my
on
passive.
door.
Yeah.
Azil's focused on door, he's not focused on Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take my passive of 14.
Anybody else?
Passive of 13.
Okay.
I got a 15 passive.
15.
Oh, everybody's doing their passive now. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
all just
focused on
gonna do
door.
passive.
We're trying to search for traps, not trying to search for Steve for a
anyone
trigger trap.
with a passive perception over an 11 notices that Miss Steve, you heard her say something, and then you see this hand carrying this item across the room towards Miss Steve. Miss Steve, what are you doing with it when you grab it and it's floating towards you? I suppose.
Does anything happen when it's lifted off the pedestal?
Nope. It's just your mage hand's got it in its hand.
I carry
Your
it over
mage
to
hand
me.
has it in its hand.
I carry it
Let's
over
find
to
out.
me. I put it in one hand and I high five my mage hand with the other hand.
Okay. You have this silver pyramid. It's worth about 5 gold pieces. It represents, well, roll Arcana check. Okay. It represents the god of the moon and lightning. You've figured that out. Well, from your many, many long nights at night out there milking cows and practicing. You know a lot about the moon and the stars and the lightning, I suppose. Anyway, the god of the moon and lightning, the name is another good one.
A lot of consonants all together.
Oh, Apokateke. Or Apokateke. Yeah, just like you would think, you know.
Just like it's spelled.
Nice, you know, your next door neighbor, best friend.
I'll spell it for you guys just for the hell of it. Pronounce a Pocateko.
That looks like apocalypse.
The fallen statuary that you see around you, Miss Steve, is made of stucco and depicted other omen gods. Those include a coyote, a crab-headed figure, an alligator-headed god, a feathered warrior, and a jaguar.
Is
If
this
you
kinda
guys,
carved
if you
into the
guys
wall?
haven't noticed, this place kind of has a theme of the old Mexican pyramids type of
Mayan?
Aztec.
yeah.
Aztec, there we go.
That's a good
Incan.
word.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
Olmec.
You know, all that middle America stuff. Maybe even South America, the Inca.
So nothing happened
Nothing happened.
when I grabbed it. No traps.
Nope.
No,
I think you already grab one statue and have it in your pocket?
I did.
Yeah, you're making the collection here.
Oh man.
I'm gonna put this one next to the other one.
Cool. Maybe,
So it's a
may
pyramid?
they live long and prosper. Okay,
It's a pyramid.
Yeah, it's a 3-sided pyramid.
Okay. Is it sharp or pointy?
If you step on it,
Oh,
Or is it like one of those stepped pyramids, or is it like a, you know what I mean?
It's just 3-sided. It's not stepped.
Okay.
Let's be honest, it's just a D4.
now you can roll it for your guidance.
Nice.
No totems. Those would be
Right,
North
well.
America, I think.
If the room didn't collapse and the mud didn't swallow us whole, I'd say that's a win. I think.
Once
Anyways,
again, Miss Steve's reckless abandon pays off a little bit there.
Surely didn't bite us in the ass for sure. Alright, so Borvar's gonna give this door a look over while asking Miss Steve for her guidance. So you seemingly have an eye for things that don't kill us. Let's see if it works for this.
I don't know if you're asking for the spell she's casting or asking her to touch you constantly.
I meant guidance, which requires
Sure.
her to touch me constantly.
I don't know which one you prefer, though.
I'll leave the insane, curious question dwindling in your mind.
Sounds like a yes.
So let's see. I'm gonna investigate the door and see if it's trapped.
Okay. This one looks like another typical bronze door.
Go figure.
Yeah. Nothing stands out of the ordinary on it. It doesn't appear to be locked either.
Well, this door looks about the same as the last one. Don't think it's locked. Probably not.
The door.
I push it open with my free hand.
Okay.
One hand is preoccupied with shield, and that's
And it
It's a
opens.
liquid.
It opens outward, away from you.
Well,
All
I
right.
wouldn't.
So you open the door and you notice it's like the water is from the mud in the room is like trickling down the stream, down the hallway ahead of you. Looks like it goes down about 30 to 50 feet, and then takes a northerly turn.
see, it's fine. Just don't drink the water.
By the way, before you go running through the door, A giant muck thing from the ceiling that was piled up above the door falls on your head.
So mud falls on me.
A dark, wet mass.
Oh god. Oh god, I have fears of things like this.
Green in color.
My nightmare all over again.
Let's see here.
My fighter's nightmare all over again.
You take 1 point of acid damage as it lands on your head and kind of drips down your face, leaving some acid burns on your face there. What are you going to do?
Probably should have rolled perception checks for the room.
Pretty sure we did.
I didn't.
I rolled that one with the nose for the hallway. No, we didn't roll checks.
It's good for defeating your own argument itself. Good job.
So I have acid on me. I'm just gonna grab some mud from the floor and wipe the acid off with the mud-covered hand.
So as Azel reaches down and grabs a big handful of muck and washes his hair with it.
Gets the acid out, man.
Wipes it all
Listen,
over his
acid-
face to get the acid off in the mud. And
So there's no acid in the mud? It seems like that's where the acid goes, right?
About to find out. Does my hand become acidy when I put my hand in the mud?
no, it doesn't. You've successfully wiped this this muck off of your head. As he wipes it off, you guys notice that I don't know if you were wearing a hat or not, or just.
I
your hair.
wasn't. I have long hair. Do you not see that?
So
That's
he
a
has
bell.
like a burnt place where his hair is like been eaten away. You see a little bald spot on his head.
Zell's gonna do that hair flip at whoever's behind him, which is happens to be the Doral. Get mud and some muck on the Doral.
All
Oh,
right.
sorry.
He like shrugged his shoulders. Yep, oh well.
No, I'm just gonna flip the hair back, trying to get the mud and muck off. Like, oh, that's my Doral. I'm sorry about that.
Roll a dexterity saving throw to the door.
I mean, it's better in a Doral than an Ara. Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, you say that.
It's better in a Doral than a Mystique.
As this big mound of muck and goo, all acidy, comes flying through the air at Nadoro, she ducks and it goes flying right over her shoulder. Or him. I keep forgetting.
All right, children, if we're done playing in the mud now, let's continue onwards. You know, it's just our life on the line right now.
Flick some mud to Borobar and continue down the hallway.
The
Fine.
walls of the ceiling and hallway are coated with slime, kind of like the slime that was in the room that you were in. And the floor of the passage is covered with a layer of mud. Through the muck is a steady stream of water trickles northward, after the bend here, obviously. The stucco on the walls is flaking off, and there are glowing silver tracks in the slime crisscrossing the walls and the ceiling.
This.
Great.
Anywho, I think I learned my lesson, and Azel's going to check the hallway that he's going to start walking down for anything that could possibly fall on him, or traps.
Steve, guidance Zell, so his endeavor may not be turned to a blind eye or something like that.
Literally a blind eye if that shit landed in his eye.
Just gonna hold like my shield over my head as we walk.
Okay.
Do.
You do
That's
not,
all time to know.
after careful examination of this hallway, like I said, it's about 20 feet wide, goes down I guess 20, 25 feet or whatever, and makes an abrupt turn to the north. There's this slimy stuff on the walls. It's kind of nasty. But nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing looks like a trap.
Cool, just don't dust the slime, guys. Fine. It only burns a lot.
You say that. It's also slime on the floor, you know.
Don't touch it.
I'm trying.
As they'll almost became Two-Face.
Okay, stop there. Azel, as you turn the corner there and you're looking down the hallway. Along the
There's a
east
door.
wall of the passage stands a 12-foot tall stone statue of a man outfitted in fine clothing and holding a stone tray in his raised arms. His eyes appear to be black gemstones. The right one droops out of its socket, balancing on the statue's cheek. From behind the left shoulder protrudes the hilt of a weapon, most likely a sword. The stone tray, as well as the forehead and the nose of the statue, are chipped and scratched. I'm going to give you a handout.
That's an actual weapon, not a stone weapon.
That's what you see down there on the northern, nope, the eastern wall.
Haha, almost got you your own map.
How big is it?
It's
think it
12
was-
feet.
Yeah, it sounds right. Let's see.
Hmm.
A 12-foot tall stone statue of a man outfitted in fine clothing holding a stone tray, his raised arms.
Got a sword.
How big is that sword? Jesus.
It's
That's like a scale.
it's
The
a
sword is to scale with the 12-foot statue, maybe.
no, it looks about normal sized. You can't really tell too well because all you really see is
The shell.
the handle of it.
I mean, the handle, okay, just going by scale here. That thing's twice as tall as a human. That means its head is twice as big. So the hilt has got to be like this big.
Listen, it's a big sword. We know. Let's
How much you want to bet the statue's the one that uses it?
let's not make bets like that. I don't like our chances of not being attacked by it. We've been attacked by statues before.
Mage-Hand, I'm gonna grab it.
God,
Oh god.
stop it.
I love it.
As soon as I say that, Steve just freaking mage hands.
Friggin' just. I don't like our odds. I'm gonna grab the sword. Damn it!
I don't like our odds of not being attacked by inanimate objects. Remember the table, Borbar?
There are no dwarves in the
That
party,
was
are
great.
there?
Can it lift it?
There are no what in the party?
Yeah,
Dwarves?
there's no dwarves.
No,
Nope.
there are no.
No, there are no dwarves, but I speak Dwarvish, if that matters.
No, you
Stone
might
cutting.
just happen to notice more things if you were a dwarf. The stone cutting, yeah.
Stone cutting.
How much does a sword that big weigh though?
Let's find out. Steve can only lift 10
We'll find
pounds.
out. Yeah. Steve grabs the sword
I
and then
think
grabs the scabbard.
those swords don't weigh any more than like 5 pounds, if I'm
A
right.
I don't know
normal
what we're
sword,
talking
but
about.
that's like
Even a great sword, I don't think weighs more than 10 pounds.
Find out. Doo-doo-doo.
So a sword? What was that?
Great sword. And that's
I
not
think it
telling.
weighs like 6 or 8 pounds.
Yeah, I'm sure it's below 10 pounds.
a great
I
sword
think
is
so, yeah.
6 pounds.
Yeah, despite being two-handed, it's relatively light. The heaviest weapons in the game are like either the heavy crossbow or the
Pike.
pole arm stuff.
A pike is like 18 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. Pole arms, they're really heavy.
Not pole arms, just pike, man.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pole arm.
It is a pole arm, but not all pole arms weigh 18 pounds.
Well, yeah.
Only the pike weighs that heavy.
Maul is like 10 pounds.
So
How much is the
roll.
help?
Heavy crossbow.
Who's using the mage hand?
But Steve,
Steve.
Roll a dexterity check, and your DC is 15.
Steve blows up. Oh god.
Well, what it is he's got the mage hand up there trying to pull it out, and this statue is like butted up against the wall.
Trying to shimmy it.
Yeah, you wiggle it, you can tell it's not like It's obviously not part of the statue. It's an actual sword, but it's kind of stuck in between the statue and the his shoulder is up against the side wall there.
I don't hear any clicks or grinding stone or rolling balls or
No traps are activated. Is that
darts
what he's activating?
Okay.
Yeah, no trap. You didn't.
He's ready for a rolling ball.
Feel
Just
sharp
waiting
pain.
for it.
You feel 12 sharp pains in your back as you look to see darts.
Just gonna say, I know where the rolling ball comes in, and it's not here.
I do too.
Don't know. I just know that there's a rolling ball. I just don't know where it comes.
Watch, everybody's gonna be watching you guys, and when they see you guys like scatter or something, they're like, "Screw this! I know what
I'm
happens."
just gonna be in the back today, guys. I'm gonna be. I want Borobar to lead us this time. I'm hanging out in the back.
I have the perfect spell for that situation, so
Hunger of Hadar does not stop giant boulders.
not Hunger of Hadar.
Misty Step
It's
requires
Misty
sight.
Step. Or Dimension Door.
Yeah.
Both require sight. I don't know. Dimension Door may not.
Dimension Door does not require sight.
Anyways, but Steve is messing with the sword and it's not reacting, guys. I think it might be fine.
I say that it's loose, but I can't get it all the way out.
I can't reach that high. Because that's probably like 10 feet high. I have to like climb.
I could give it a go,
It's
see if I can pull it out.
a 12-foot statue, and it's over his shoulder. So yeah,
Yeah, it's about like 10 feet high. And Azelle is, yeah, I would have to climb the statue and then try to take it out. I don't want to.
You know, I got Mage Hand. I could give it a try.
You could both give it the good old tug with the mage hand.
I suppose.
Remember, 2 hands are better than 1.
I'm not so sure in the case of Mage Hand. Could I get advantage, Doc, on pulling out the sword if Steve does it with me?
If you're gonna mess with the sword, you might as well push its eye back in.
it does
Sword
have,
first.
It does have a
Sword.
nice eyeball hanging in its eye socket.
It is. It is. It wants to get 10 feet high, so I'm not jumping up there and clambering on this statue.
Oh.
Knowing my luck, the
Zoro
arms
is-
are trapped.
If Borbar had
Zoro
some help
is
with this
6'8".
Mage Hand, could he maybe get some sort of bonus towards it?
If you do what?
If Borbar has like,
If all 3 of us use our mage hand.
can we pull out the sword with like advantage or something?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on it.
All right.
I am way too close to this shit. What am I doing?
Our bard
Yeah.
would have a field day with
There we
this,
go.
this sight.
All 3 of your combined efforts of your mage hand are able to pull this sword out and
Cute fireball.
wiggling it back and forth. Let's see here.
Q.
Statue explodes into a fiery blaze of glory.
Should be like a 10-foot.
So,
radius.
since you did it, I'll let you roll a DC 10 strength check.
Oh,
It's not really a, I mean, it's only a strength check, but just because you're not going to get hurt. Just seeing if this happens or not. And you
Go,
make your
Mark.
strength check. So, as your overbearingly strong mage hand, all 3 of you are pushing and pulling to try to wedge this thing out. You actually topple over this statue. It falls over and comes crashing down across the hallway.
Oh,
look out, Azelle! Stonework!
Azelle's seeing like the collapsed statue in front of him, like, was that really necessary, you 3? Barbara, why is your mage hand bigger than theirs?
Sometimes you just need to give someone a good slap.
Sure.
And
We'll leave.
oh,
Okay.
you notice it
that's a-
was covering up secret passage going behind it, for one thing. But you guys pull this sword out, and who had the highest roll on? Well, I guess nobody. Only one person rolled. So I'll say Borobar is the one that's got it in his mage hand. You have this. You have this long sword made of what appears to be. Now, I don't know if you guys recall from before me saying, make sure you remember bringing this up. And I think it's when we were talking about sticks.
Sticks.
What
I
are we
don't
talking
remember
about?
even talking about sticks.
You have
No.
You now have in your mage hand a laminated wood inset with jagged teeth of obsidian longsword.
Ooh.
Whoa, that
This
looks
thing
like
is
a bird.
fierce.
Stick and a sword at the same time.
With obsidian jagged teeth at the edge. That
Yeah.
thing would literally tear flesh off bone.
You want it, buddy? I have no use for it. I got my magic to singe it off flesh.
Last time
Um,
I had something like that, it did extra damage to an enemy if they weren't wearing armor.
I'm pretty sure that's just called torture in art, but
Yeah, I'm with Zell on that one.
I mean,
Yes,
I can
I've
try to
heard of
use
that.
it here. And Zell's gonna hold out his hand to free pass it to the mage hand.
I will put Mage Hand will put the pommel of the sword.
Now,
in your
it is a long sword. It's not a great sword.
I know Zell can use long swords. Zell can use great swords. He has martial proficiency.
No, you keep that shield in your hand. It's gliding away.
The shield can be on my back, and I just won't see. I'll just have to walk backwards.
And give you 2+ AC. You keep that shield.
Okay.
All right, so who's up for the secret passageway rather than
Well, you still
Whatever's
got this
behind
statue that
doors.
fell over. You've got the eyeballs that in the eye sockets of it.
I imagine those fell out fully.
I would say the one definitely did. Yeah, it's rolling around on the floor before it comes to a halt.
I'll roll Mage Hand, pick it up, and give it a look over.
I'll get the other one, I guess, with my mage hand.
Okay. You can get that. You can wiggle that one out of there. So you have the sword in your mage hand, and
No, Azel's got the sword.
Azel does in his mage hand, and
Azel doesn't
no, it
have
is-
a mage hand.
Zell's
Yes, it is.
holding
He
it.
just has it in his hand.
oh, he
Yeah,
has
his
it
hand
in
is-
his hand. Okay.
And his half-elf hand.
Okay. And Inara has these two obsidian eyeballs. They're worth 10 gold pieces each, by the way.
Well, looks like we got some
And the
little
sword,
extra
that
money.
sword looks very clean and immaculate for being in this hallway for a long time.
Fancy stuff.
So,
Do we just want to put the obsidian eyeballs in the party loot?
Yeah. You found the first party loot. You're in charge.
What?
That's true. That's how the rules go. You get party looter. Whoever gets the first piece of treasure is the party looter.
Fine.
well, technically, that would be Miss Steve.
I'm pretty sure Miss Steve pocketed that pyramid, and she ain't gonna share it with us.
Yeah, that was that's a mine, not yours pocket.
Mine, not yours, pocket.
Ever heard about the prison
So do we
pocket?
all
Well, this
have-
is the Miss Steve pocket.
Do we all have mine,
Portable
not
black
yours
hole.
pockets?
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
multiple
if you
portable
want
black
to,
holes.
it's up to you.
It's not that Miss Steve is keeping it. It's that she's going to use it in case there's a less civilized group that needs intimidation, I guess.
Oh, it
Look
just
at
does
this.
extra
Here.
damage if it's a plant type creature.
It's a +1 longsword, though, guys. That's a magic weapon.
There
Yeah,
it is.
that's gonna be good for you. Yeah, you got your magical weapon back now.
2d6 extra damage to a creature or plants.
Well,
I certainly hope we fight one of those.
Kind of guaranteed.
We find out Zatzalaha is actually a giant Venus flytrap.
Zastalaha. Zastalaha.
All right, so instead of
They
chanting
pulled that
the,
one out, right?
individual's name, where do we go? I'm voting down the secret passage.
And
All right.
incidentally, about 10 foot in front of you, Miss Steve, is 2 massive bronze doors with water continuing to trickle under the door.
Yeah, I'm voting we go down the secret pathway.
I'm up for that.
Keep your eyes peeled, though. You sure as hell know that even secret passages could have, like, arrow traps on the other side. If this was any place but a god's domain, then I would say probably not, but...
I cast guidance on Borobar to investigate for arrow traps. Or any traps.
Okay.
We're just gonna push the squishy wizard in front of us.
I think it's gonna be a perception check, not an investigation.
Yeah, because it's just a hallway.
Oh, then...
Move your torch or your lights up here, Nara, so I can see further in.
Yep, I got it.
Further!
I can't see any further than that.
Good
Door
enough.
move.
I think it bends the forwards. I'm gonna give it a good look over.
There's a turnoff up ahead, guys.
You notice, Borobar, I guess you're kind of in front there. You notice water beads collect upon the walls of this kind of narrow passage. It's only 5 foot wide, and the flooring is cold and damp. It has a low ceiling. It's only 5 foot tall. And it makes it feel kind of cramped.
Alright. Alright, let's roll that perception. Guidance. And see if there are traps laying the floor.
The floor looks normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary or standing out at you.
What about the ceiling?
The
5 feet.
ceiling as well. It's got this nasty muck along the ceiling. Years and years
Okay.
of mold and mildew and nastiness.
Still walking with my shield over my head.
Okay.
Alright, look, safe enough. I think we're okay to go down it. Why don't you take point to Zell?
Hey,
Sure.
Stormbringer. Good to see you, man.
Your fancy
Sure,
sword,
sure.
you'll be able to cut them foes down, no problem. Just, don't hit them with the wooden part.
This is when Azel steps into a trap and dies. Nope, I didn't guess it right. Now. Nope, no one.
You don't trust my eyes, bud?
As Hall takes an abrupt turn to the north.
Borobar wore glasses. How am I supposed to trust your eyes?
That means I have 40/20 vision. You think I wear these because I need them?
That's not how math works.
Sure does.
You may be book wizard, but you may not be the actual smart brains of the group. Yes,
He
we'll
turned.
say it like that. Hall we go.
Now, your perception, or when you're detecting traps down the general passage or whatever, I always give it like 40 feet. So after you've traveled 40 feet, you would need to do it again if you're still continuing to do that, just to let you know.
Well, I'm assuming we would need to do it anyways because of turn that Borobar didn't see.
May want
So-
to have guidance of Miss Steve's gods help you search this area further.
Which, speaking of which, Miss Steve stopped talking about them a while back.
Also, Nara, can you bring your torch up further so Zell can see further? That light spell only works so far. This blasted poison.
So demanding.
See an end.
See some water. See a door.
That's probably where we would have come out if we'd gone around the other way.
Find out.
Probably safer this way, though.
Probably.
You you notice that
Sir Ben.
you don't find any traps in the hallway. At the north end, it looks like a block of stone that's been mounted on a central pivot, which has been wedged partially open by. Probably looks like the debris may have wedged it open.
An open passage. We're good to go, guys. Follow the light. I mean me.
It's wedged open enough to get through, yeah.
Okay.
And
Decisions.
if we go
Even the two bigger party members.
if we go east from here, we should come to that door that we couldn't open before, yeah? I think so.
Oh God, whose gods was that?
I think
Sorry, hold
that
on.
means you guys stepped on a trap and admitted somebody caused a fireball explosion, yeah.
Sorry, Lilith is messaging me.
What a pleasant sounding message she gets you.
I thought it would have been like a screech of a spider in your mind.
What does this spider screeching sound like?
You've never heard it? God, it's fucking terrible.
Okay.
A shiver.
Anyway.
Ever so slight shiver goes down Adoral's spine.
Why am I the one who's heard
That's
it, not
this way.
you? One who worships Spider Queen?
Oh.
Ooh, man.
No, I'm looking at Nara.
I'm not even talking about Nara. Like, I've never heard of a spider screeching. I have no idea what you're talking
This
about.
hallway is strewn with mud and flotsam. Cool word, eh? And water accumulates in the center of the corridor and flows westward, where a stone block in the southern wall has shifted out of place. That's the one you just came through. The corridor turns north, and the flow of water follows it, then goes under a door made of bronze and bound wood, like all the other doors in this place. The door has a handle and a keyhole. That's the one that Nador was standing in front of. But yeah, right here is kind of a little pool of flotsam and water and shit like that.
Yeah, I think this is gonna go up towards where we found that door that we couldn't open because of all the silts on the other side of it.
We still need to know where this one goes to as well.
Do we? I'm pretty sure it's probably just an area we skipped, right?
No. We haven't been this area before.
Fair.
We fell down a hole into this tomb, or temple, or whatever the fuck this is.
I mean, to be honest, we gotta pick a direction and go anyways. For all we know, the north may not lead anywhere, or neither will that place. Or, not the north, the west, whatever. Point is, we're trying to get out, not trying to find more stuff. Well, I'm trying to get out. I came here for one person, and that was Zanzalaha. Against my better judgment.
We gotta get out of this place if it's the last thing we ever do. It just
I'm gonna
may be-
vote to at least see where this door leads up here. Well, assuming there's a door.
Maybe if we just chant Zalaha, he will just find us.
I think something will find us, but I doubt it will be him.
There is definitely a door up here.
Doors, so many doors. Which one do we go through?
But these are the fancy double doors.
Okay, book wizard, show us your smarts.
Steve, give me your blessings.
He's just asking you to touch him.
Okay, let's see.
I touch him.
Might as well get our mileage out of this guidance as much as we can. That is to investigate for traps, particularly on the door.
The Miss Steve backs far
Doors, I guess.
away.
So you are detecting traps?
Yeah, for this door up here.
You're listening to the door as you're searching around it, feeling you don't really detect any traps. Roll a perception check.
Just Borobar, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Whispering to you.
Mm-hmm. That's weird. I hear water, but I also hear singing?
Nope. Nope. Other door.
That's really weird. Yeah,
What exactly are they singing about?
I don't know. Just probably just humming or maybe just music. No, I don't hear any particular words to it. So what do we want to do? I don't know of any singing like, porcelain dolls or worse, or crabs.
I don't know, but that secret passageway was to get around something. I'm willing to bet there's the only thing back there is just whatever we skipped for the secret passageway.
That's true. No one puts a secret passageway in there for no reason, even if it is trapped. It's usually to get around something a lot more annoying or dangerous.
Nadoro, you got a whisper too. Not as exciting as Borobar's though.
But do we really want to open a door to singing?
Might be the person we've been looking for.
I
You
doubt
guys say
a
that-
god of vampires will be singing.
Do we even
That
know?
one I do agree with Isel.
Do we even know what Zatzalaha is like, though? Really?
Let's find out. Zatzalaha.
Thanks for pointing that out. I forgot to hit transfer.
I'm assuming Scry would fail.
There, that should have fixed it.
You want to try scrying on a god?
I already tried once and it failed,
Yeah,
so I'm
he's
not gonna
already-
bother.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I can't freak you all out, because you don't know how the ring works.
Neither do you! You've been telling us like this last month that you haven't been able to know how it works.
And I don't,
Exactly, so we're all freaked out.
because we can't experiment.
Yeah, well, when we get some free time, and that doesn't involve killing one of us, either, for that crazy experiment.
Listen, Kylie was dead and I said her name and she didn't come back alive. So I don't know how Miss Steve is alive. Or if that's really Miss Steve. So I
I
look
don't
at
know,
her.
maybe it's a proximity thing.
It's just miracle, nothing to worry about.
Azelle doesn't know that.
Anyways, I think we should take our chances. We can always just be very mindful of the singing.
So no kicking down the door.
No, what?
Kicking down the door.
No. Gotta open it. Would say be a little stealthy, but we're not really good at that either.
It's a
So?
big, heavy door. How are we gonna be stealthy with this Borobar?
By not kicking it down, for one.
Azul's gonna open the door.
Well, we were apparently civil with the crab, and it just let us through. So
How do you go about
The crab also.
opening the doors, though?
I push it open after putting the sword to the wall. Because the sword does not have a proper sheath. Fun fact, because it can't have one.
nope.
Well, it does. It did have a sheath with it that it was in. You could have
Yeah.
snagged that if you wanted.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Say,
Hindsight
it's, hard,
2020.
it's hard to have a proper sheath for a shark tooth sword.
You can just make the sheath wider. So it doesn't
All right,
have
I'm
to-
going to open the door, but don't move.
As soon as you open, I'm gonna yell Zatsalaha.
You,
Zatsalaha!
someone who is like completely scared of going into a door with singing, yet you're gonna open it and scream a name into it. Good for them.
This is not good.
The room is lit by a soft light that reveals a section of rocky beach. On the other side of the door there, obviously. Beyond the reach is a pool of glowing water, filled half the room and framed by a crystal cavern. Green fronds can be seen in the pool. Light seems to flow from everywhere in the pool and walls glistening like soft moonlight. On the far side of the pool is a set of doors carved with the sun symbol on them.